Welcome to the month of June, 30 days all about gin. Shining a spotlight on those that'll make you grin. Fun facts and proper tastings and cocktails Friday afternoons. Discover many different brands and be influenced by me. Song for old. That's right, I am a song for old.
Well, hello friends. You are all very welcome to join me on this 13th day of Gi-Une, my annual 30-day salute to gin during the 6th calendar month. Now today I'm continuing with product showcases and I'm again off to Europe for a look at a different gin with a unique distillation approach. This, folks, is Poli Marconi 42 from Italy. Now, the Poli family have been in the distillation game as far back as 1898 and largely focused on making Grappa. Now, they're also in the gin world. Named after Signor Marconi himself, you know, the famed Italian who invented the radio telegraph and won the 1909 Nobel Prize for Physics. This is an interesting approach to gin. It's also interesting that they're using the Marconi name. As I just said, the Poli family are taking a very unique method of distillation for both their Grappa and their gin. They use a type of, let's call it a double boiler vacuum still, right? There's a different name for it called Chrysiopeia, but it's essentially a double boiler vacuum still, pot still, which really captures impurities and it boosts floral notes and it really tampers down that burning methyl alcohol found in distillation. So that's the stuff that kind of makes your gums kind of, you know, get a little on fire with things like vodkas and gins and whatever. So this really brings all that down, this unique still that they have. Something very unique and impressive at the same time. I have no doubt that Mr. Marconi himself would be very intrigued. Now the base for the grain spirit is also a bit of a departure from most gins. The folks at Poli are using grapes. Now we've seen that before in Gi-Unes from I think the first year and the second year. And really, you know, given their Grappa background, it's no huge surprise. But it's something that we don't see a lot of, and when you're using grapes instead of grain, it really adds a whole different structure and flavor profile. Distilled to 42% alcohol by volume, hence the numbers 4 and 2 in the name, and meant to capture the essence of the Italian Mediterranean bush, it is indeed, folks, a unique gin. The Poli family also claim that if you hold it up to your ear, you can hear Italian crickets and cicadas. Well, I'm not getting that, but let's dive in to see what I do smell and taste. So first, as always, we're going to calibrate our nose with 3 raises of the glass and then take that big inhale on the 4th, right? So 1, 2, 3. Now we're ready. That's different. It's not bad, not negative, but absolutely not a London Dry style of gin, right? And that's not what they're trying to make here, but it's certainly not that typical gin that we see over here. With this gin, the juniper's taking a back seat. It's there, but it's really not at the forefront. You're getting an almost vanilla-like note up front, you know, sweet herb, sweet citrus, you know, that's all jumping out. Some baking spice, again, sweeter type of baking spice. Lots of menthol, lots of herb, lots of menthol, eucalyptus, and then some sweeter floral notes in the back. Again, very unique and, you know, very different. So let's go in for a taste. Sláinte. Always want to swish the product around, coat those 5 flavor receptors in our mouth. That's a different gin. Very vivid on the palate. That vanilla and minty note that I smelled before, like they're really coming through very, very forward. There's a little piney resin on the back end, but again, big time in the back seat. Think an old Woody wagon, and it's it's in that third rumble seat at the back. It's there, but whoa, it's not up front at all. Herbs, lots of herbs: basil, sage, rosemary. That's all coming through. Cardamoms pushing up front, and just a bit of a touch of citrus at the back end. The finish on this gin is long. I'm still going. It's herbal and really menthol kind of dominating. The mouthfeel is clean and fairly soft, but I'm going to be very honest, I don't think this is a gin for everyone. That being said, it's in no way bad, just very different, and I think it would be a bit of a challenge to the novice gin drinker and to the novice cocktail maker. You may be a little limited in what you're going to use this product for. So gimlets, vespers, martinis, that comes to mind right away with what you could do. Beyond that, though, you're going to have to get in the trenches a bit. It may be a bit tough. So if you're not a mixologist or very seasoned with cocktail making, you really you're along the 3 cocktail line. Definitely, this is not a gin and tonic gin. It is, though, certainly an interesting addition for a gin enthusiast. So if you are one of my juniper-loving friends, this could be a fun gin for you. But for most folks, I'm going to suggest that you try this somewhere, somehow, before buying it. Again, not bad, just it's a little out there. Now, speaking of buying it, it is available in limited LCBO locations here in Ontario, stock number 25963, and it retails for a fairly hefty $69.85. Yet another reason to definitely try it before buying it and committing to spending $70 on it. Not saying it's not worth it, just you may want to try it first. In Quebec, the SAQ lists it for a more reasonable $50.50. Different provinces have different pricing and taxation, so that's such as life in Canada. But supply of this product in Quebec is very, very low at the moment. I'm seeing it across Canada in different provinces between 53 to 60 for the most part. And in the US, I am seeing it online for close to $70 USD, which I find high and quite honestly is going to put it out of reach for many people. Okay, so that ends my second product showcase for this week. An Italian gin with a, let's call it a bespoke approach to gin making. Don't forget, tomorrow I'll be showcasing another international gin, and I invite you to please follow along on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. And yes, don't forget to share and like my posts. Very, very important. We have to spread the good word about gin, and we got to do it together. So until tomorrow, folks, as always, please stay safe, be well, and cheers from Song for All.